Well guys, we got camp set up here. We got one hammock here, we got one hammock over there, and I got stuff all over the place like I always do. We are out here again for just one night. We're not on a 3-day adventure this time. I just wanted to do something simple, so I came here where I knew it was going to be very easy. It's also super warm here. We're experiencing a little bit of a heat wave. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying it's a full-blown heat wave, but we are getting higher temperatures than what we're normally used to. So when I came out here, I actually even brought my own water. I got a 2-liter of water there that I filled up, but I am close enough to a lake where if push really come to shove, I could go and get more water if I really needed to, but I think the 2-liter should be enough just for the night. So this is going to be our home for the night. And I might set up the camp chair. I brought the camp chair, and I do have the canister, so we could have a cup of coffee. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do first, but I will say as well, if you can actually, there's a little bird down there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's actually a lot of birds lingering around here, and I can show you why. It's because over here there's this little pool, this little bit of water, and it seems like the birds are coming over and splashing themselves with it, probably because of the heat. But yeah, there's a lot of birds in this little area. And but yeah, I was gonna say, if you can remember back to hammock camping in high winds, there was a scene where I went out to get some wood for the little, oh look, another bird. See, they're everywhere here. I went out to get some wood, and I ended up stumbling upon a place, and if you can remember the great big trees just like that there, and also the cracked off tree over there. I was out gathering some wood, but look how beautiful the forest is. Wow, such a beautiful place. Some big trees. That tree is really big. Might not be, the camera might not do its justice, but that's a really big tree. Cool. Very open. If I had known this place was here, I could have camped out here too. But then again, like, the ground is very mossy and stuff, so I kind of like where we are. We got a little bit more of a hard ground, but it's still a beautiful place all the same. Maybe we'll come here and do a hammock camping again sometime here with these giant. So I decided to come here tonight, and this is where we're camping. We're camping, hammock camping at the area that we found while we were out in the high winds camping area. In fact, I'm even thinking about maybe hiking over to the old campsite to see if the wood is still there. Well guys, we made it back over to where we did our other adventure, hammock camping in high winds. If you can remember, this here was the big tree that was there. I think I did a scene where I zoomed in on that stump. This here is where we had our fire pit. As you can see, actually the wood is still there. That was our little wood pile. That's where we set up our, that's where we cooked and that kind of stuff. And right here is where I had my seat. And we sort of had the tarp up right up here, like above everything. And this is where I did a lot of the filming, like I said. So for breakfast, we got our coffee, and we also got our muffin. And we also got some flatbread and peanut butter. So I'm going to eat the flatbread and peanut butter first. That's the stump that we have a scene where I actually zoomed in on. And then when you come over here, this is where we set up our hammock. We had the hammock set up on that tree, and I can't remember which other tree, but it was that one and that one maybe. I think it was this one and this one, and yeah. And I had the tarp tied on over here, like in the background to that little tiny tree, and we kind of overhang right here. This was the trail that I followed at that time. Let's see what the game trail's like now. I didn't follow this trail into the new area that we're in now. I came in a different way. Let's see. Oh, sorry if you hear the cracking of the branches. But yeah, so that there's the game trail that I followed in last time. I think we took some scenes over there and took some scenes over here. But yeah, this is the old campsite, and the wood that we were burning is still here. And I just figured I'd come over and check it out. And yeah, it's almost unrecognizable because we were here so early in the season, everything wasn't grown in. But now everything is grown in, so so that's pretty cool. So we'll head back over to our new camp area now, and yeah, we'll hang out there. Well guys, we're going to get some coffee on the go now. I was going to use the canisters, but there's so many flies that I think we're just going to use wood, and that way the smoke will get rid of some of the flies. And yeah, so we're going to have some coffee. I'm actually not grinding any coffee today. I'm using grinds that are already, the coffee that's already ground up. But I'll show you what kind it is. I'll show you what type it is after, but first we're going to get the coffee on. There we go. Yeah, so I wanted to come out on this trip, but I wanted this trip to be very easy. I didn't want to be coming out here and struggling. Like I said, the last couple of trips we've been on, we've done some big trips, 3-day trips, and usually the 3-day trips are very labor intensive, a lot of hiking and that kind of stuff. So I just wanted basically to come out just to have a little easy one. And it's only a one-nighter. We're only here for one night, so it's I figured it's why not just come out and have an easy one and relax. We got the camp chair. I got 2 hammocks set up back at camp. You know, it doesn't always have to be a struggle. So, not that the 3 days are necessarily a struggle, but you know what I mean. Let's use a fire starter. This should be enough to catch that. Yeah, we should be good there now. Oh, I gotta fill up my jar with water. Thinking we might go for a hike after we get our Well, guys, the water is pretty well boiling already now, so that was about probably about 2 minutes, maybe 3 at most. Another advantage of using wood and not gas or canisters. But I'm just going to let that die right down again now. We're going to let it die right out again. That is awesome. And the coffee that we're going to be having today is called Three Sisters Kicking Horse. Three Sisters Kicking Horse. And that's it, the water's boiling. Alrighty, the fire's pretty well burned out there, and the coffee we're having is Three Sisters Kicking Horse. So that's the brand. I just figured I'd show you up close for in case you're curious about what kind of coffee I'm drinking. I still do have the grinds, the coffee that we normally just grinds up, but I'm just running so low on it that I figured I'll just have this one tonight and we'll make the grinds tomorrow. It's still only not quite 7:30, so I'm probably not going to cook dinner yet, just because it's, you know, it's still a lot of daylight left and sun's still up and whatnot. So I'm thinking we're just going to maybe have a snack, make the coffee, and then maybe go for a little hike. We will see. Now we're going to take our coffee. I'm just going to put in what I think is relatively okay. I think that's pretty good. Just a little bit of a guess more so. Might be strong, might be weak. I don't even remember if I've ever had this coffee before. I mean, I'm sure I have, but I just don't remember how much I liked it or how much I didn't like it. Well, guys, I ran down to the lake and filled up the 2-liter again with some palm water. But unfortunately, I don't have my life straw, so I'm going to have to actually boil the water. So I got the cooker, the fire stove fired up again, and I got the water in the pot. So we're going to boil that now. I was going to use the canister and then kind of like eat the first half of dinner while it boiled. But then I was like, you know, it's going to boil a lot quicker if I just use the wood. So I'm still drinking my coffee. And I got no worries about dehydrating because I got a full 2-liter of water in me. That's why I had to go down and get more. So so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and boil this. You really only got to boil it for a few minutes once it actually starts boiling. And it'll be way quicker with a real flame. And I'm not too concerned now because I got all this water with me anyway. So I can just throw the water over it. And then while that's burning, then we'll probably eat the first half of dinner, which is really a leftover sausage and couple of pieces of bologna, but I also brought out a hamburger that we're actually going to cook, that we will cook over the stove. So like I said, I wanted this trip to be very easy, very simple, just come out very relaxing, And that's what it is. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I know it's not quite as scenic as a lot of our other videos and adventures, but I like to come into the wilderness sometimes too, and just like be in the forest. And there's a bird right behind the camera. And you know, and I love hammock camping as well. And it's hard, at least in the area that I live in, this part of the world, I find it very hard to find a good place to be able to set up a hammock next to a lake or a pond. So most times if I want to use my hammock, I have to come into this kind of environment. But it's all good. So we're going to go ahead and start boiling the water, have our little bit of a snack, and all that good stuff. I really don't even need to be really using the cotton. I could be just using my lighter. Like I said, I'm trying to make this an easy, a very easy trip. But that's okay. I don't mind using the ferro rod. I know a lot of people like seeing people use the ferro rod a little bit more. And still got my big knife. This is a really big knife. Maybe I'll show it up close later. But yeah. Alrighty, and just like that. Let's see if we can get an overhead view. From this angle, that angle. That's why I like to boil the water using an actual flame, not the canister, because of how quick it is. That's absolutely beautiful. Well guys, the water has been boiling for about 3 minutes now, so I'm just going to let it die down. I'm going to keep the water on it just for the extra boil. But we're going to let that die down now, and so now we got some water to drink, so that's awesome. Probably going to have our sausage now as well. Alright, let's take this out. Alrighty. We are going... Oh no, I lost my sausage. Ah, I think it should be good though. It didn't land in any poop or anything. Five-second rule, right? Check out this delicious sausage. And also the fire is pretty well gone out now as well, so that's awesome. But we're just enjoying the beautiful sunset, listening to the birds and all that good stuff. And it is just honestly, it's just a beautiful evening. Look at the size of this grub. He's almost the length of my hand. What a big guy. I don't know if there's any all over the equipment or not. They usually do like to, you know, climb up chairs and hang around. Look at all the flies, guys. The flies here are crazy. Pretty cool. He's a pretty big guy. I gotta try not to walk on him now. Alrighty, before we hop into the hammock, you know, there's so many flies here that we gotta try to be quick. So I'm actually gonna put on the sandals, keep my socks on, but put on my sandals while I'm actually hopping into the hammock so that I can just kind of flick them off without having to worry about the flies for too much. I'll probably throw that in right away, the camera case, and I'm probably going to end up putting that inside the sleeping bag. So I'm going to get into the sleeping bag as well, but I'm probably not going to, like, I probably won't even try to get in it until I'm actually in the hammock because I don't want to really fight with it. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead, put these little sandals on, see if I can take off my shoes. Very easy. Oh yeah, that actually wasn't even that bad. So keep these sandals on because of how quick they are to take off. I got my knife on me as well, just in case for some wildlife. And I'll probably just keep these under here somewhere, or even right here somewhere, no big deal. And we're going tarpless, as you can see. There's no tarp. I didn't put a tarp up or anything, so hopefully we'll be able to see the stars and whatnot. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump in. Well guys, we're in the hammock now, and we're all comfy cozy inside the sleeping bag. The temperature did drop off quite a bit, so I think it is going to be a cool night. I just hope that it doesn't actually rain because we're tarpless. I don't have the tarp up, but it's all good if it do. And all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are enjoying the adventure so far. I know it's nothing special, like some of the, you know, the scenes and stuff are not quite as nice as some other adventures. But like I said, this was really just a quick and easy one. I just wanted to come out and sleep in the hammock and all that good stuff. So I hope you're enjoying it so far. And I'll see you guys in the morning. So good night. God bless. And we'll see you in the morning. Ooh, good morning, guys. Ooh, it is 9:20 in the morning. We slept in quite a bit, but I did sort of start waking up around I think like around sunrise. So here you can see what it's like out there. Very beautiful morning. Oh, we stayed tarpless all night. Yeah, it actually got pretty cold. As you can see, I'm still in the sleeping bag, but it ended up getting really damp and cold. So I had to get into the sleeping bag, but it's really warm out now, so I got to get out of the sleeping bag. So we're gonna wake up and we're gonna go and I'm gonna make some coffee. That's the worst thing about being in the hammock when you have your sleeping pad in here. The hammock becomes very unstable. Now, where are my sandals? There's one. here's the other one. I can't get it. Alrighty, let's open this up a little bit more. Let's open this up a little bit more. Now let's just get out. Ugh. Well, I knocked over my tripod, I guess. Oh wow, what a beautiful morning it is. It's actually kind of chilly here this morning. But we got the coffee on now, we got the fire going. Got the coffee on. As you can see, there's no wind, the flame is literally coming straight up. Water will be boiling any minute. I'm just going to use the same coffee. I was going to grind, but I don't think I'm going to now. I really like this coffee, so I think I'm going to have it again. Legitimately, it's really good coffee. I recommend it if you haven't tried it, if you're a coffee drinker. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I know, like I said, I haven't really got a whole lot of great scenes, but there's not really a whole lot around here. But I do enjoy just being in the wilderness too, even like this. But it's hard to get like a sunset or a sunrise or anything, you know, surrounded by trees and whatnot. But we did get a little bit of footage of some birds. I did see some bumblebees. I did see a squirrel. Squirrel ran up right next to me and then went away. But I knew I wouldn't get him on camera, or her, because squirrels are very skittish. So the moment, you know, I move, I knew the squirrel was going to take off and all that good stuff. But yeah, really looking forward to this coffee. So if you guys are curious about how bad the flies are here, this morning between my two hands I counted 63 fly bites, and that was this morning. So I would imagine by the time I leave, probably be over 100. Let's take a look at my hand. If you can see all these little bumps, almost looks like I got hives or chicken pox or something. Well, don't worry, I don't. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't have any sicknesses or any, illnesses or anything. It's just all fly bites, literally. And that's not including my forehead or my arms or anything like that. As you can see, as I turn, you can see it in the light. I counted over 63 fly bites between two hands, but that was this morning. So I'm probably going to have over 100 before we actually leave. So the flies are pretty bad here. For breakfast, we're enjoying a peanut butter sandwich. Mm. Mm. All right, I think we got everything packed up and ready to go pretty well. So we'll take a quick walk over to where we were cooking and stuff, just to make sure we didn't forget anything. Let's come over. I'll show you the path. I really like that, how all this stuff, like how it looks. It looks very beautiful. But let's keep going. So we went cooking over here. Make sure we didn't forget anything and make sure everything's safe and secure. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did forget some garbage, so I gotta pick that up. And this is where we came, where we were camping. You can see our little fire area, but I just got 2 pieces of garbage to take with me, and that's pretty well it. Well guys, I'm going to end the video here. Like I said, I wanted this video to be very easy, simple, sweet, with very little labor or very little to do for the most part. I just wanted to come out here and relax and spend the night in the hammock. I kind of miss hammock camping, so I really wanted to get out here and do at least one more hammock camping, and we got to spend time in this area as well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of flies, but beyond that, it was a good trip all in all. I had a blast. Very soothing, very relaxing, lots of birds, lots of wildlife, and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure, and until the next adventure, take care.